Well, there you have it. We now have updated trailers regarding Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I gotta say, I really love what I saw in those trailers. So, as of right now, I'm going to talk a bit about what I saw in the trailers, as well as give a little bit of an opinion about it. Well, first off, most of you got what you wanted, where your Pokemon are following you. We haven't had that since the days of Heart Gold Soul Silver. Well, technically, we did have that in the DLC version of Sword and Shield, but that was only in the DLC version, not the entirety of Sword and Shield. And as regarding the Underground Path, which has now been renamed to the Grand Underground, I love how the graphics have improved by a lot. And speaking of which, Pokemon Hideaways. So, apparently how that place works is I'm supposed to build myself a secret base and put some statues in there, and whatever statue I put in there will raise the likelihood of certain Pokemon appearing in the hideaway. Like say, if I put like a water statue in there, maybe certain water types will appear. Yeah, but we still have only a few months before those games come out, so we'll see how those statues work. So the hideaways, I kind of hope that they replace the honey trees, because I can never really cope with those honey trees, since during my days of playing Diamond and Pearl, not really Platinum as of yet, yeah, I was having serious trouble trying to find certain Pokemon, like say Heracross or Munchlax. So yeah, I kind of hope that Pokemon like that appear in the hideaway. And just by looking at the hideaway, it kind of reminds me of the Pokemon dens in Sword and Shield. I wouldn't be surprised if they were going for that, because, well, this is still the 8th generation of Pokemon, so yeah, if they got that idea from the Pokemon dens, then by all means I don't have much of a problem with it. Also, what I saw is, it looks like they're going to use the updated Pokedex from Platinum, considering how there wasn't really a whole lot of a certain type in Diamond and Pearl. Like, you remember that there are only 2 lines of fire types in Diamond and Pearl, Infernape and Rapidash? Yeah, I'm really glad that they decided to go with the updated Pokedex from Platinum, because that was really ridiculous. But as for what I'm going to see in the hideaway, hopefully we can find certain Pokemon that we could possibly add to our team. I don't know what they can be, but hopefully whatever we can find there, we could get access to it and hopefully add them to our team. And hopefully not wait till the post game. So back to the Grand Underground. Well, it seems like we're going to use that only one screen from the Nintendo Switch to try and get whatever we can out of the walls of the Grand Underground, whether it's the spheres or fossils. And one thing I really wish that they would have done is hopefully give us a little bit more time to dig out whatever we can find in the walls of the Grand Underground, like say fossils. Considering how big those things are, I think we need like plenty of time to try and dig it out. Yeah, because unfortunately I had some bad luck with trying to get a fossil out of the walls of the Underground Path, and I ended up not getting it because I guess I must have ran out of time or something. Yeah, you know that little meter that's up above whatever you're digging? Yeah, that little crack there? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. When it goes all the way, unfortunately the wall collapses and you only get what you reveal or discover, like the spheres and whatnot. Yeah, I really wish that they would give us more time to dig out the fossils because of how big they are, but yeah, I'm not going to be holding my breath to that. So in regards to the one touchscreen from the Nintendo Switch, there's also something else that I don't think anybody even bothered to ponder. The Versus Seeker. I didn't really hear anything about this Versus Seeker coming back, because we haven't had that since the days of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Considering the Versus Seeker existed in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I think it would only make sense if maybe it would make a comeback in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or maybe they're going to go for something different or something. I'm not too sure. Point is, hopefully I can see the Versus Seeker coming back so that way I can rematch trainers and possibly grind some of my Pokemon, whatever I choose to put on my team. So yeah, hopefully the Versus Seeker makes a comeback. Something that's not going to make a comeback, however, is the Veilstone Game Corner, as to be expected. Well, for one thing, the Mobile City Game Corner back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't appear, so yeah, it only makes sense that the Fieldstone Game Corner doesn't appear, since we don't want to promote gambling to, say, kids or anything. Instead, that's been replaced by a clothing store, if that wasn't obvious to you. Since we're so far into the generation of Pokemon, it only makes sense that we get to customize our characters, possibly starting from Gen 6. Yes, Gen 6 it is. Also, something that I'm not really sure too many people would think about is the Poketch, or the Pokewatch. Now that we only have one screen, do you really think that maybe they would throw in an option where you could modify the Poketch or something like that? Here, I'll give you an example. Back in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we had an option where we could modify our Pokegear to whatever we want, or whatever design you want to give it, so I don't know if maybe they're going to do the same thing with the Poketch, considering the Nintendo Switch is only one screen. If they are going to do that, then hopefully they could modify it to be something else. Maybe throw in more Poketch apps or something. Yeah, that would be something good. Or maybe the apps that didn't make it to the game, because I heard that there were some Poketch apps that didn't really make it into the final release of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And I think you know which one those are. If you don't know, you can go look it up, because I know which ones those are. And as for the Move Tutors, I'm kind of hoping that I do see the Move Tutors there, because that one house that's left of Pastoria City, the one where you get Move Tutor moves, or actually, there's more houses in the game in Platinum where you can get Move Tutor moves. Hopefully, that also makes a comeback, because that was only in Platinum, and I kind of wish that also existed in Diamond and Pearl. So when the games come out, hopefully the Move Tutor moves will make a comeback, because that's going to excite everyone, in my opinion. But first, looks like we have to use currency in the form of those color shards, or elemental shards rather. So yeah, hopefully that makes a comeback. And since the Game Corner is gone, looks like we have to search for those popular TMs the old-fashioned way. Yeah, you know which ones I'm talking about. The Ice Beam TM, the Thunderbolt TM, and especially the Flamethrower TM. So, yeah, looks like the Game Corner was your only hope of getting those TMs. But since it's gone, there's nothing else you can do about it. And as for the HMs, I want to say that maybe there's going to be a replacement for HMs, but I'm not really sure if that's going to come to fruition, because look what happened in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. We had to catch random Pokemon in order to use them as HM slaves, so yeah, if that ends up happening in Diamond Pearl, or should I say Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, then I'm not too surprised at the least. Or maybe they can do the same thing they did back in Gen 7, where they had certain Pokemon to use certain HMs, like the ride Pokemon, say Tauros, Lapras, and yeah, you know, yeah, those ride Pokemon and whatnot. Hopefully they can do something like that, but I'm not really holding my breath against that either. Speaking of which, the legendaries in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If you remember, back in Diamond and Pearl, we encountered Giratina in the Turnback Cave at level 70. I'm not really sure if they're going to maybe make Giratina come a little bit earlier, I guess. Because at level 70, that's a pretty high level, and Giratina hits pretty hard. Should I say it's altered form, I believe, or origin form, one of those two. Anyway, the point is, hopefully Giratina comes by a little bit early. And speaking of which, I kind of hope that we can see the Distortion Ball, because I'm actually dying to see what it would look like in 3D. I bet it would look awesome. But looks like we're not going to get to see it, because Dialga and Palkia have nothing to do with the Distortion World. That's all about Giratina. As for the other legendaries, hopefully Game Freak could do something about it, or maybe put them in somehow, I guess, or maybe throw in some events or something like that. Maybe whatever Darkrai's event is, or something. Yeah, I could have worded that a little bit better. Anyway, the point is, hopefully we can see those legendaries within Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl without jumping through a whole bunch of hoops. And as for Legends Arceus, that's probably something else for an entirely different video. I'll probably talk about that at some other point. So yes, I'm going to conclude with, hopefully Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl will give most people their desired wishes, whether it's the Move Tutor moves or giving us a little bit more time to dig out the fossils faster, or maybe the Versus Seeker. Yeah, because that's what I'm hoping for. Unfortunately, too many people still are inobjective about the sprites of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but hey, we got what we wanted, so yeah, there's nothing more they can do. So hopefully, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to see within the next few months of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and hopefully they release another trailer, or possibly throw in something else that was never before seen. Because in regards to Sword and Shield, yeah, the Dynamax, that's something I never really expected, so hopefully Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl could possibly throw in something that we probably wouldn't expect to see within a Pokemon game. So with that, I'm out of here. See you next time.